Good morning. It's Facebook Live Day, Thursday today, and I just found out that it is the International Day of Peace today, so that is awesome. Today is a great day to focus on peace and unity with everybody and everywhere in the situations that we are in. And I just checked to see what the theme of the International Peace Day is this year, and it's Together for Peace, Respect, Safety, and Dignity for All. So I wanted to reflect on how that, what that looks like for me in my life and in my business and in growing my business, and how I do find respect and safety and dignity for everybody, including myself, and how the oils support me in doing that, and how I can grow a successful business while remembering some core values. So I'm just going to natter away for a little bit, and maybe something will resonate with you, and maybe you'll be inspired to find some core guiding principles for you in your life, and then they just overflow into your business. So one of the things that inspired me to start working with essential oils and building a business was because I liked them. That was probably the number one thing. I also was looking for something that I could do for myself, and to build a little bit of business, build some income, and something to fill my time. I was in a transition phase between my kids homeschooling and going to school, and so that opened up some freedom for me to be able to do some things for me and for our family too. And so that's kind of where I got started. I'll have to tell you a funny story too. When I first heard about Young Living years ago, probably 20 years ago, when it was fairly new to Canada, and I heard about the word Young Living, and I was like, I thought it was a young company, it was trying to help me be young. And at that point I was young already, so I kind of dismissed it and was like, well, I don't need pretty creams and things to put on my skin because I'm already young. I didn't know what the living part was, but I kind of thought young living, oh, I don't know. And I just remembered that recently and going, yeah, so now I'm a little bit older. I do use things that help me feel more youthful, and but the company's not really about that. It probably has an aspect of that, definitely youth and vitality is a part of Young Living, but that's not what the name means. Young definitely is from Gary Young, who is, and Gary and Mary Young, who are the founders of Young Living. And then I don't know what the living part is. I might have to research that for you. If somebody knows, maybe just post it below. What is the living part, and how did that name all come together? So I'd love to hear your feedback on that too. So it's not about being young, although all the things that we do in Young Living definitely contribute to youthfulness and vitality, using the oils and what they do in our bodies, minds, and spirits too. So I really wanted to, I've built businesses in the past and sacrificed my health and wellness for that. And when I started with Young Living, I really wanted to build a business that truly was focused on my health and wellness and that of my family, and not sacrificing that. And yes, it was my intention on those other companies to also be focused on keeping myself healthy, but it just didn't turn out that way. So I wanted to be really diligent and find out if I could build a business without sacrificing my life. And so far so good. I'm 2.5 years in, and I definitely take days off, and I definitely don't work every day, and I definitely don't work every hour, and it still is a learning process for me to shut off the computer, as it is for all of us now in this day and age. It's so easy to access, and doing business 24/7 is so easy to fall into that situation, but that's not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be able to have the flexibility and freedom to say, you know what, family comes first right now, or I come first right now, or whatever it is the situation. So I really wanted to be able to put the stop on, and when I had the energy, go, and when I didn't have the energy, stop, and not to feel guilty or shameful or anything about that. To set my goals and to allow those to come to be, and not push. So one of the wonderful oils for using with that is Release. So that's a good one I use on the back of my neck and shoulders when I really feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world and I'm really trying to push for those goals. Release just helps to just lighten that, so I can still focus on that goal, but I don't have to be headstrong about it. And I tend to be I think one of the terms is stubborn, but there's a positive side to that, which is tenacity, and but sometimes it overtakes. So I really like to lighten up a little bit and just allow all the universe and everything that's supporting me in this to also do their job too. I don't want to take that away from them. No. I also love to teach. So one of my principles is in my business is teaching, and if I'm not teaching, then I kind of get really down. I love to teach, and that's probably why I do this Facebook Lives too, is because I get the opportunity to talk to you, and you often talk back to me in different ways through comments or seeing me on the street or whatever. But I love to share what I'm learning, and I love to research too, and so that I'm giving accurate information. So I might not always have 100% accurate information, but everything that I share comes from my heart. And if it isn't correct and it needs to be adjusted, then I know you'll let me know in the kindest way possible, right? And I appreciate that, people who bring me to task and do that. So one of the things that I use for that is Valor. So Valor is that oil of courage. So I can use that oil when I'm about to teach, definitely when I'm about to talk to you, and share what's from my heart. Stress away also, of course. We need that for everything. So when just life is going crazy, that is the one that I definitely grab. Another thing I really like to do is to support my team, and through conversations, through text, through messages, through getting together, through whatever means I can do. The team that work with me are so very important, and I really wouldn't be where I am today without them. So I love to do that, and if there is anything that comes up for you that you have questions about, or that you need some support on, or that you're feeling whatever feelings are coming up, just shoot me a message, and I'll fit it in to connect with you. One of the ones I use for just things that are coming up and negative emotions that maybe I'm getting stuck in is White Angelica. So I really like to just apply a drop or two in my hand, and then I don't even have to put it on my body, but just kind of feathering it around the energy to just shift that energy field away from the negativity. So I really, really like that one. It's actually empty. That's how much I've used that White Angelica. And how do I sell? Well, I tend to think of myself not as a salesperson. I have in the past. I have done sales in the past, and definitely how I'm running my business right now is not how I've done it in the past. I'm really focusing on sharing, and I really enjoy sharing what comes from my heart and the experiences that I'm having. So that generally when I'm selling something, my end goal is that you'll buy. Otherwise I wouldn't sell. When I'm sharing something, my end goal is to educate. And you make the decision as to what you need to buy or not. Or if you do need to buy, that's up to you. That's between you and whoever else, your family, your whatever else, your integrity. It's up to you to make that buying decision, not me. So I've really been focusing on the opportunity to share from my heart without an expectation of a buy. And that helps me to be genuine, super genuine, because I have no expectations. This is what's working for me. If you want it, you know where to find me. But I don't want to hound. I don't want to. Overcoming objections was one thing I was very, very good at in the past. So that means if I said to you, "Oh, the kit's on sale. Do you want to buy the kit?" And you're like, "Oh no, I don't have money right now." So I might come back with a statement to overcome that objection. So I might come up with a solution. So let's say, well, I could put it on a payment plan, or it's really on sale right now, or you could have a class, or. Okay, so the person says, okay, well, my husband's not really into it. Okay, well, I could talk to your husband, and why don't we sit down and go through the benefits together? Oh, well, you know what, I'm really busy. Oh, well, I sent you. And it goes on and on and on. So the skill of overcoming objections, it really is a skill. And I decided that's not what skill I want to implement in my business right now, because it feels like coercion to me, and that doesn't feel respectful. I don't want to be coerced into something, so I wouldn't want someone else to be either. So if it works for you, though, if that art and that skill set works for you, then please do it, and please do it out of integrity. This is only what I've decided and what's working for me. So if you find that it's hugely successful for you, go for it. Just do it with your heart. and follow that inner guidance for you. So believe, that's a wonderful oil. So for using to talk to people and to portray your belief in what it is that you're sharing. I also love to support other people that aren't necessarily on my team. So this is the oil of balance, the Ula balance. So I like to balance my time between supporting myself, supporting my team, and a bit of time towards what's called cross-line promotion. So those are people that are in Young Living, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're in another company, maybe another home-based business, or another small business that I can sit together with and share and support together, because I know I'm going to learn as a result, and I can share with them. So that's a big part of my business as well. And I may not get a financial gain from it, but maybe as you can hear my talking, financial gain isn't my huge focus. It definitely is a wonderful side benefit, but for me, huge paychecks are in my goals. They are there because it's important. We need, this day and age, we do need money to survive, so they are in my goals. But my focus goes more to the positive outcomes of the interactions that I have. So whether somebody has had a positive experience with an oil or a positive experience in their business, those are the things that bring me success and make me feel successful for the day. So it could be a little message that someone said, I did this and this worked. It could be anything. It could be in a class they taught and how people, or how confident they felt. It could be an oil that they tried and what it did and how it shifted things physically, mentally, or emotionally for them. Those are the things that bring me success and make me feel successful. So that's why I ask you to post and to message me, because that's empowering me and helping me to feel successful in my business when you reflect on what's happening for you. So that's your paycheck to me, if you can want to think of it that way. So please continue to post, please continue to share. That's what drives me and motivates me. And find that balance between giving and receiving in your business with the skill sets that you have. And abundance. Okay, so abundance is it's starting a business with your core principles. It's important to have abundance in there, because abundance is what's going to propel you forward. So it's going to bring you abundance in connections with others, in money, in positive stories, in anything. It's not just a financial thing. So abundance can be getting the parking spot that you needed, or maybe that doctor's appointment that you've been waiting for came up and at the perfect timing for you. So begin to recognize those things in your life so that you can see abundance and you can feel abundant in your business and in your life. Reflection. Reflection is so, so important. So I have 3 oils here: Awaken, Into the Future, and Highest Potential. And all of those can be used either in setting your goals or in reflection time. So I would encourage you to set aside a reflection time either every day if you can, once a week, once a month, whatever it is. If it's once a month, do it on the last day of the month, light a candle. If it's every day, it could be before you go to bed, just before you fall asleep. If it's once a week, it could be a Sunday morning. Find that time. It can be 10 seconds, it can be 15 minutes. It doesn't really matter, but just recognize and reflect all the good things that have come into your life that day, week, or month. And as I begin to do this, I was able to really see how the things I've asked for have come to me, but not necessarily in the way that I thought they should come. So different things like we were at a concert this past weekend, and we were running really tight on timing, so we grabbed dinner at a wonderful restaurant, and as we were sitting down, we ordered, everything was coming on its way, and all of a sudden a whole stream of people came in. So abundance to me says you're in that chair, your order is in before the whole lineup of people got in. That's abundance to me. And then we walked in a couple of minutes late for the concert. It hadn't started yet. I'm pretty sure they were waiting for us, and the front row was completely empty. So where did I sit? Front row, center. I could have gone a half an hour early and tried to get that spot, but I got it at the last minute. So that's abundance to me, and that empowered that experience to be that much more special for me, to be right front row center. It seems to be where I need to be most of the time, is front row center when I'm observing things. I don't know whether it's because I'm short or but I like to see the full, I want to see the full expression of what's happening. And so that was really abundance for me. And reflection. I wouldn't have been able to see those things if I didn't take the time to go, oh wow, even though I felt a tinge of, oh my goodness, we're going to be late, it was the perfect timing. And so really taking that time to reflect on what happened for you today. Was it somebody that smiled on the street? Was it somebody that carried your bags to your car? Was it somebody who helped cook a meal or make you tea? That was just the right timing for you. So do some reflection and in your life and in your business. And often our lives and our business lives really correlate. So what's happening inside you in your everyday life is also happening in your business. So whether it's your thoughts, your feelings, your energy, they tend to kind of mirror each other. So use those oils to support you. And building a life and a business with the least resistance needs a partner, a frankincense too. So frankincense will help to just open up that way for you and to give you that inner grounding, give you connection to your source, to the divine, to God, whatever it is, whoever it is that you connect with. That will open up that way for you and give you that divine direction. So use your oils and find what works for you. Find what your guiding principles are and how you want to run your business, how you want to talk to people, what energy you want to bring to them. And it can be any energy. This is just mine. This is just how it works for me. But I'm excited to hear what works for you and what makes you tick and what makes your connection with other people for them to be attracted to you and what it is that you have to say. I think that's it. Yeah, so I feel very wealthy today, this week, this month, in everything it is that I'm doing. And I'm not saying that because I have a huge paycheck. I don't know. Compared to what? A huge paycheck compared to what? That's not my bar, I guess. It's in what's going on around me and what is supporting me in my life. So I hope you are experiencing wealth too, and wealth and abundance, so that we can go forward and do the things that are passions and do the things that we have been designed to do in this life. So thank you for joining me today. Again, I look forward to hearing from you and your comments and how life is treating you these days. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye.